Hey guys, in this video we'll be going through lesson 10 of the SolidWorks Essentials book, and we'll be looking at the idea of configurations. In this, well, what we can do is we can look at an overall part, and up in this region here where the Feature Manager Design tree is, there is a tab called Configuration Manager. So if we click on there, we can see that at the moment we have a default configuration called default ratchet body. Now, what we can do is we can add more configurations to this. So what you can go to is up here, right click and go to add configuration. And we can add a new configuration type to this. Now, the name that I'm going to give this is forged, long. This is to represent the ratchet before we do some machining into the surface of that section. So we'll click on the green tick. If you like, you can put a description into here describing in more details what's inside that sketch. So click on the green tick, and we see here we've got two configurations, the default and the forged long ratchet body. Now, we can, keeping that forged long selected, so it should have a green tick, we can go to the Feature Manager Design tree on the left, and what you'll notice is if I go to the recess option here and right click and go to Parent and Child, the recess feature has several children. So the children for the recess feature is the pocket and the ratchet hole. So if I delete or suppress the recess feature, it will suppress the pocket and the ratchet hole features as well. So I'll go to close, and for the recess feature, just right click and then go to suppress. So up the top here, there's an option that says suppress. So when I click on that, we notice that all of the other features have disappeared. Well, it's been suppressed because they are children of the recess feature. Now, if I go back up to the configuration manager, we'll see that we've got the forged long option, and if I double click on default, we'll see the second version. So the version with the pocket and the recess, and then the version with the forged long body as well. Okay. So what we're going to do is for the default, I actually want to call that machined long. So what we could do is click on the default feature here, and using Control C and Control V, we can copy and paste that. So copy default, and then click in this region here and go Control V. That will create a copy, which we can rename by clicking, then clicking once more, and then we'll call that machined, long, and then click away. Now you'll notice on the left-hand side there are some symbols here, so ticks and minuses. They represent the status that we're at. The minus sign means that the configuration is out of date, and the tick means that we've rebuilt that component. If I double-click on the machined long, you'll see that it changes into a green tick. So now it's back to being up to date. Now I want to make two more copies of this. So what we'll do is we'll take the forged object, go Control Copy and Control Paste, and the forged one will also create a short version of this. So just rename that. We'll call it forged short. And then for the machined one as well, so we'll go to the machined one, go Control Copy, and then underneath Control Paste, Control V. So I can click on that, and we'll rename that one machined short. Okay, so in total you should have 5 different configurations. One is the default, And then the rest are forged long, forged short, machined long, and machined short. The reason why I want to keep the default there is um, if you've got other components that refer to the default sketch, it will be able to refer to it rather than saying that there's a missing component. All right, so the next thing we want to do is the forged short and machined short versions are not actually short yet. So we can change the dimension of that component. So what we'll do is whilst you've got the forged short option selected, then click on the handle. When you click on the handle, you'll see the dimensions, and then I can click on the dimension. Let's just try that again. So handle, click on the dimension, should be able to double click. I might need to be in here in the feature manager first. So click on the handle and then double click on the dimension. There we go, double click. And then over here, we'll have an option to change the dimension. So for the short version, I want to change the length to 180 millimeters. And to the right of the dimension, there's an option here for the different configurations. So click on the down tick, the downwards drop down box, and then we can specify which configurations will have the dimension of 180. So click on specify configurations. And the ones that we want to have short are the forged short and the machined short. And then we can click on OK, and then click on the green tick. All right, so now when I go back into the configuration manager, I can click on each one of these options. So forged long is long, forged short is a shorter component, machined long, so machined and it's longer, and machined short, so machined and it's got a short section. So we can do this for any dimension. We can do this for suppressing or introducing any components into your sketch. So that is something that we can do. Hopefully this video has been useful to you. Please see me in the next video where we will look at how to calculate or how to do this control using Excel. All right, thank you.